there are no injuries to mention. Listen, the Lions did a heck of a job, capitalized on a couple things, and we got to fix those. So I like some of the efforts, though. I liked what I saw on the defensive side for the most part, and there were some good things on offense. We just got to be more consistent. I'll take that. I'll take this the offensive part of that. But we did have some good plays in there, but disappointing loss. Good football team that we lost to, but we've got to play better and we've got to coach better, and so that's what we'll do. That time's yours.
How do you explain all the drop passes tonight?
Yeah, it's unusual for us to drop that many passes anywhere, anytime. So we'll go back and work on that. But you got to take care of business, and these guys know that, and so we've got to fix that.
Andy, that sequence before the 2-minute warning, you go for it on 4th and 20, and then you go for it again after the penalty. Can you explain that with 3 timeouts?
Yeah, I thought that we needed to do that. So at that particular time, they'd driven the ball on us, and so I thought it was important that we gave that a shot. So we still had some time on the clock. Yeah, we lost ground on both those, and so we got to do a better job there. So I've got to take care of that. I mean, we worked like crazy on our short yardage, and for it to happen like that is not good.
Coach, how do you think the offensive line did?
On either of those 4th downs?
No, because we went backwards there, so I thought we were okay.
Coach, how would you evaluate your offensive line based on what you saw from the sideline?
Yeah, listen, there were some good things. I thought we did some. We protected pretty well throughout the day.
Coach,
but we can always do better there, though.
Sorry, Coach. How close did it come for Travis to play, and how did that decision kind of play out for you?
It just wasn't feeling right, so I wasn't going to put him out there with that. And he was honest with me, and we talked, and so it just not enough time there.
How big a factor do you think that was in the offensive struggles you were doing?
Yeah, and I wouldn't no excuses at all. I mean, we've got guys that can play. We were right there to take care of business, and they got us on special teams and continue the drive. They got us on the tip ball. So I mean, listen, it's unusual for the guys that drop the ball to drop the ball. I mean, that's not what I've seen from them, and I wouldn't expect them to do that. So you do that, you take care of business there, and you'll be all right.
Andy, how much did you change the game plan?
No, I didn't. We really didn't have to. I mean, we kept the game plan basically the same. They did a nice job of mixing their coverages and that, but I thought our guys handled it, fairly well.
Hey, Andy, just get back on that 4th and 25. What was the thinking of that play? What was the design? What were you hoping to happen?
It was designed to complete the son of a gun. It didn't work that way, but I mean, we were trying to, the best we could to get a completion, and keep things going. So.
And it seems as though the offense is always so good, historically speaking, on 3rd and long. 3rd and shorts have been an issue. Obviously, you're not a fan of sneaking the ball after Mahomes 3 years ago. Why do you consider receiving the ball and going back? And then secondly, why do you think it's been such a struggle at times in these
Yeah, well, we've worked hard on that, so we've got to get better. We weren't very good last year at it, and we spent a lot of time working on that, so we've got to keep going here and make sure we take care of it. But I'll take that. That's my responsibility to get that taken care of.
Andy, on those, you haven't gone back and looked at everything yet, but is that a lot of credit to them for being ready for some of the things that you were throwing at them on those short yardage plays, or did you maybe not execute the way you wanted to?
Yeah, listen, I don't want to take anything away from them. We didn't handle it the right way, and I've got to make sure that I give them the right calls to handle it, and then we've got to make sure we do it. So.
A couple more guys.
You were aware, obviously, of Dan Campbell's tendency to take gambles, take punts. They led the league by a long measure, but he'd never done it inside his own 20. Did that decision catch you by surprise?
We mentioned it to the guys. You know, we were ready for everything, special teams. I mean, I mentioned it to the guys. They were double the amount of fakes than anybody else in the league last year. So they got us on it.
Hey Andy, Chris Jones with the holdout situation, are you any more optimistic? I know this is right after a game, but not having him tonight, the impact on the game. And
Yeah, listen, no excuse. I thought the defense did some good things. That's a whole separate deal, and then I'll work itself out whatever direction it goes. But I thought our guys, I don't want to take anything away from the guys up front there. They busted their tail tonight. Didn't come up the way we wanted it, but I thought they did some good things there.
I think they know that I'm gonna keep firing it, and so we'll try to get it fixed this next week and correct it going into the next game.
Patrick, a couple fourth downs there, fourth and shorts, and looked like I'm going to
Yeah. I mean, I'm always hoping to go for it, but the defense was playing good, and we kicked the field goals, and I mean, it set us up to have a situation where we just needed a field goal at the end of the game. We just didn't convert on it.
You mentioned just how much time you guys have put in short yardage situations. Can you kind of elaborate on just this preseason training?
Yeah, I mean, we work on it. Every year. We've obviously emphasized it this last year after last year not converting at the rate that we wanted to, but obviously we got to keep working on it because we didn't convert in those situations today.
No Travis Kelce. What kind of impact did that have on you?
Yeah, I mean, you're losing one of the best, I think the best tight end of all time. But other guys got to step up. I mean, it's going to have an impact on the game, but other guys got to step up, and they're going to have to step up in moments because I'm sure there'll be times he gets doubled. And so just going to have to rely on these other guys that are young and talented to step up and make plays, and I believe that they will.
Patrick, what was the disconnect you think with Sky? You targeted him a couple times, just couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, and just miss. We didn't have that connection. We missed connections here and there. But something you have to continue to work on. Like I said, he's one of those guys that has a ton of talent that can make a lot of big plays happen. So we'll learn from it and try to be better next time.
Hey Patrick, how surprised were you to get the call that you guys were going to go for it on 4th and 20?
I mean, it's a situation where you're going to have to get a stop regardless of 3 and out. Coach Reed decided to put the ball in my hands, and we were close to getting it. Obviously, it didn't work out, but you're going to get the 3 and out regardless either way, and it just didn't happen for us there.
Patrick, Justin Reed used the term in the locker room, reality check. Did you have some sense of that from this game, or what's your biggest takeaway?
I mean, it'll be good for the young guys to know that we're not going to just kind of walk in and win the game. You're going to have to play good football. We're going to play every team's best shot. I've preached it to them all preseason, but they know now. And we're going to go to Jacksonville next week, and that's going to be a good football team. So hopefully, guys learn from it, get better, and this one loss doesn't turn into 2.
Hey Patrick, I know it's just one game, but how embarrassing is this given the fact that you guys unfurled the Super Bowl banner, national TV, starting a new season, and for it to end up like this?
It's embarrassing for me to lose any time. Like I had said after the ring ceremony, I'd moved on to the next season. Obviously, it's cool for the fans to be able to see the banner and drop it at Arrowhead Stadium. But this is a whole new year, and I think I know that, and we're trying to win another Super Bowl. And this is obviously not the way we wanted to start. And so anytime I lose, I'm embarrassed. And so I'm gonna try to get better so I don't lose more as the season goes on.
Patrick, was there a particular point not to watch the Super Bowl presentation out there because of what you just said?
I didn't watch it. I think I was in the locker room, so it wasn't. I don't even know if I looked at the banner. So, like I said, I've moved on. It's a new season. My goal wasn't to just win the Super Bowl and be done. Like, I'm trying to continue to do it every single year, and I think we got the team, but obviously we have a lot of places to get better.
How much did it bother Trav that he just couldn't play tonight?
I mean, y'all know Trav. He's kind of like, he's like me. Like, I want to play. I want to be out there with the guys. He works extremely hard to be out there, and kind of a freak deal that he wasn't able to make it. So hopefully we'll try to rehab him with these extra days and get him going hopefully for next week.
Couple more guys. Against Jacksonville?
I mean, I'm not going to put anything past Trav. I mean, he was trying to play today. It just literally couldn't. I don't even know if it was his decision. It was kind of the the guys above knowing it's going to be a long season. Yeah, I mean, he's going to try. He'll do whatever he can to be out there, and hopefully he can clear all those doctors' tests and get out there on the football field.
Hey, Patrick, what do you say to 𝐃𝐎𝐍𝐀𝐄 after a game where it could have swung a different way if he was involved in some of that?
Yeah, I mean, I've trust in 𝐃𝐻. He missed a lot of training camp. Obviously, he wanted to play and fought rehab hard so he could play. And stuff's not always going to go your way. Obviously, he would have wanted to catch a few of those in the game, but I've trusted he's going to be that guy that I go to in those crucial moments, and he's going to make the catch and win us some seasons like he did last year. So we're going to continue to work him in, get him more and more reps, and I'm sure that those drops will kind of disappear.
Last one, Blair.
What's the message that needs to come out of that locker room?
Got to be better.
All right, thank you.
Look, I don't want anyone saying that these Chiefs came in here tonight without tight end Travis Kelce, who's responsible for 24% of Patrick Mahomes' touchdowns, or Chris Jones, the big guy up front for the Chiefs on defense, who has not reached his contract yet. Kelce dealing with a knee injury. These Lions, it didn't matter who was in there tonight. They got it together. I would say more so in the second half, they really pulled things together.
They did, Danny. And you know, they had to probably be a little nervous. Think about it. That was the first full action for a lot of our starters. They didn't play throughout the preseason. But to come out and to hold Patrick Mahomes to the point total, to kind of contain him all game long, man, you have to give Aaron Glenn, that defense, a lot of credit, because they stood up and stood out when they needed to.
Ooh, let's see what stood out to head coach Dan Campbell, who joins us now at the podium.
We hit some tough spots in this game against a really good opponent, and that happened, and nobody got down, nobody got frazzled, and we just hung in there. And it told the team they're built for this, and it's why we play with 3 phases. So, you know, if one at any given time is struggling a little bit, the other 2 will bail them out, and that happened today. And all the units stepped up when we needed them most, and I'm proud of those guys. I'm proud of the staff, you know. I thought our defense really showed up today. And what's encouraging is in all 3 phases, we got so much to clean up, you know, that we'll only be better from. But this was step 1. This is game 1. So I'm proud of them.
You just talked about the way you ended that game with your defense getting 2 big stops, and then your offense behind your offense behind your run game. You see the first down, which you run it right down the throat, and maybe the first down. It's probably the way you'd like to see it end out.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we talk about is closing games out. You know, we with our offensive line and what we have offensively, we need to be able to do that, and it's something that, you know, we worked a lot on, situational football. But yeah, everybody knows the strength of our offense, and it's that old line. But defensively before that, man, I just thought they showed up. You know, they showed up in a big way. We talked at halftime about cleaning up some of our communication errors, and we needed a takeaway, and we needed to be much better on 3rd down. Boy, we did that. We got a takeaway to the house, and we were 0-7 on 3rd downs in the second half. And then you close it out on that last drive. They got 3 timeouts, and you get them in a 4th and forever. But I was proud of the way those guys played, you know. And it was going to take every one of them, and it was going to take a lot of discipline in the front 7 and the back end. And boy, they did that.
What was you learning about this team when you go through the process of, you know, every day, people talking about the hype, people talking about playing this guy on this stage, that type of win? What did you learn about this team?
I didn't learn anything. I got verification on what I already knew. And this is a resilient team. It already was a resilient team, and we added pieces to that resilient team. So we're built to handle some stuff, and we did that today against a very good opponent.
You brought up Dan. I know it's 1 in the first one for that matter, but what does this mean in the grand scheme of things to win on this stage for these guys after all you've been through? And can you give us some insight into what the locker room was like?
Yeah, I think there again we expected to win this game. You know, we came in here and we knew what we needed to do, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy, and we did that. And really, what it means is that's 1. That's 1. That's 1. So we got to clean up our issues that hurt us on some stuff today, and be ready for Seattle in 10 days. And that's what it is.
You brought up those 3rd downs, Dan. That was a big point out at halftime for you. They went 5-7 in the first half. So what was the big adjustment there that helped you get them off the field?
Well, listen, honestly, it was Mahomes. You know, it was him breaking the pocket, and out of the first half, he was their leading rusher, and most of that was on third down. So we talked about, once again, making an emphasis on our rush lanes, you know. Man, we got to plaster those guys in coverage. Just stay with them a little bit longer. And you just put another emphasis on it and get guys centered back to what we talked about, and boy, they did a hell of a job.
The fake punt, what went into the decision to do that?
We just, look, that's something that Phipp and I had talked about, and we knew there was going to be a right time to do it, and I felt like that was the right time to do it. So.
Sorry, a big moment for some of the young guys. Just talk about the rookie contributions. Looks like it was across the board that you got big plays from those guys, and even on the Montgomery touchdown, the block, just little things like that may added up to making a big difference.
Well, absolutely. But I need to watch the tape, too. So I don't want to start giving out all this praise to the rookies when I haven't seen everything yet. But I know this. I did see Laporta's block. I thought it was a hell of a job. I saw Gibbs made a couple of runs that he turned into, 4 or 5 yard gains and got more out of it just with his own effort, which was outstanding. And, I thought Jack showed up in some things, and certainly Branch. It was a big play he had. He had some big tackles. But I know this, as you would think, they got a lot to clean up, and that was game one. They're only going to be better from this experience, these reps. They're going to be better in game two. They'll be better in game three, but certainly they helped us win. They helped us win.
And when going back to the fake punt, when you talked about, was there something you saw on film that Kansas City was doing that you knew that you could exploit a weakness, or was it more about what you guys were doing?
I would say it was both ways. It was them and us. We knew we were going to be played different by what we do, and how we run things with our punt team.
A couple different things with the crowd. One, we talked about the noise all week. It seemed like you guys had some struggles at different points of the game. Can you just explain to us on the field what that was like, and then the flip side of that, just the presence of Lions fans in this crowd?
Yeah. So look, we there you go. First one out on the road. Arrowhead's a loud place to play, and when you're doing some of those silent counts, we did a lot of the fast motion stuff, and that's there's a lot of timing that goes into that, and we had a couple of issues there. And you don't want them to happen, but I wouldn't say that it was something that would be abnormal either. And there again, it was something we were able to overcome. I thought we were able to settle down, calm down, and stay with it, and all in all, I thought we handled it pretty well. Now, do we need to be much better? Yeah, we do. But I know this was a tough environment to come play in, and that's why I'm excited, because I can't wait to get back to Ford Field, because you know how loud that is. I know our place is going to be louder than this. I believe it with everything, and this is a loud place. So, but to that point, third quarter, when I walked out in pregame, I'm looking, you see the sea of blue. I'm like, wow. And then about the third quarter, you could start hearing them. You could hear them, and it just started to grow as we got into the fourth quarter. Man, our fans were. They made themselves known, and we could feel it. So it's outstanding to have fans that travel like that. Man, we see you, and it's much appreciated.
And did you actually hear the "Let's Go Lion" chant?
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Did you guys do stuff to knock Mahomes out of sorts, besides the fact that he was missing Kelsey, but he was missing receivers, or they were out of sorts? Did you guys do something, you think, to not rattle him, but
No, I am a believer in when you play a certain style of football and you do it repetitively over and over, that you can things can go your way. And, and they had some drops. They were a little out of sorts, but I think, there's going to be an element of, man, they're going to want to have better timing, clean some things up, but I'd like to believe that we had a hand in that by the way we played too. Our aggressiveness, our hustle. I thought we were physical, and I thought that really played into our favor today.
Yeah, the flip side of the punt, the fake punt, you guys had a 4th and 2 or 3 that you punted on and trusted your defense. I guess maybe that speaks to the confidence you have, and then just maybe a word on that decision and why right there you felt the need to put in.
Yeah, I felt like our defense was playing really good football, and at that moment, and that's hard. It's hard for me to do that. Not that, but just in general, there was, you want to give your offense some more opportunities, but I just felt like it was right. And the way our defense was playing, man, let's put them back on the field and see if we can come away with another takeaway, another stop. That's another special teams rep for us on a punt return once we stop them. So I like where we were at.
Can you speak to the game golf at 22 and 35 was really efficient, no interceptions, yeah, these streaks up to like 350 right now or whatever it is. Just, this is a tough place to play, tough place to operate.
Yes, it is.
Offense, and just
Yeah.
the way he was able to move you guys, keep down the pace there.
Look, I said I thought he was really, man, all week I thought he looked very confident and calm and just steady. The way he's practicing, accurate throws. And I thought he played very steady today. You know, is there things that we can clean up that, you know, some throws he would want back? Yeah, you know, that comes with anything. But, man, he took care of the football. You know, there again, he got us in the right play. He calmed the waters for us, and he did what we needed to do to win the game today, and I'm proud of him for that.
You sense a collective poise from your guys in the fourth quarter. It's carried over from that second half from last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Our guys, I really believe, know what we're getting into, and I think that's big, is to understand that, you know, we talked about it before the game. I mean, they may hit 3 explosives in a row, and then the fourth one is when you get the takeaway, and it changes the game. Or you have 4 3-and-outs, and then all of a sudden you hit an explosive touchdown. So they understand that about this game, and that's one of the reasons I love this team, man. They don't get fazed by those things. And they know that the next one's coming. The next play is the one that's going to change the game for us, and they played that way today.
Can you speak to the performance of Josh Reynolds, but also a lot of game too?
Yeah, boy, he showed up. You know, he showed up when we needed it most. You know, we knew they were going to try to take Sane out of some stuff, and we needed somebody to step up, and Reynolds did that in a big way today. And you know, it was outstanding to see from him. He was big for us.
Coach Brad talked about it in his press conference. He was talking about basically how you guys had to go through all the lumps and bruises to get here. I guess how gratifying is it? I mean, you started last year, the year before the Wizards, you started having the Senior Bowl. To get to this point now, how much do you appreciate this win? How much more?
I think any win at this point, after, you know, kind of what we've endured over the last couple of years, is going to feel good, you know. And but I know this, well, I'm going to enjoy it for about 2 or 3 days here, and then it's back to work, you know. And because it's all for naught if you don't carry it over. So I'm proud of the guys. I'm proud of the way we worked. I'm proud of the staff, you know, and I'm proud of Brad. I mean, hell, he constructed this, and we got a chance, you know. I think we came out pretty healthy, and so it's good, but that was win 1. Yeah.
Thank you. Locker open, guys.
Okay.
Thanks. Can you just speak to how rewarding that is in the first quarter, and just the team effort it was, the defense getting a couple critical stops there, and then on offense, 2 minutes, and you guys are able to run it right down their throat and end it with kneel down. Just how rewarding is that?
Yeah, very. You know, a lot of work's been put in this offseason, and you want to start off winning the first one, and we did today. We didn't play our best ball today, certainly on offense. I thought the defense kept us in the game for the most part, but when we had to be great, we were, and found a way.
How gratifying is it to be a part of this, you know, just this turnaround? You know, just experiencing the last 2, having to go through everything you guys had to go through to get this win. How much more special does it make it?
Yeah, it's special. I think we're to the point now where we're built for environments like this, to go on the road to anywhere and go pull out a win. And even if it's ugly, it's a win, and we're happy about it.
What about some of the young guys offensively?
Yeah.
And how big that was.
Yep.
That you guys can rely on those guys.
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, Jameer out of the backfield, and Sam, I thought, did a hell of a job. Both of them were on their game plans. They knew exactly what they were doing. Ja reacted hot on one of the routes he was running. It was perfect. He did a great job, but both those guys help us a lot, and yeah, we're good.
What's it like for you to be in Arrowhead, this Lockwood Stadium, and at the end, all you hear is Lions fans?
Yeah, it felt a lot like Green Bay last year. Very similar, and we love our fans. I don't know. I mean, it seemed like they may have forced that false start at the end on Kansas City, which would be pretty impressive if so. It looked like it, but they were loud when we were on defense, and they were quiet when we were on offense, and helping us out a little bit there on defense.
A year ago, you were talking about we're just a play away. They had different points last year. What's the next step for this team?
Yeah, we just didn't play our best ball today. We kind of got away with one in some ways, but that's what good teams do. You know, you don't play your best, and you find a way in the fourth quarter to get a stop on defense, to get a first down on offense, to make those catches Josh made and be able to score on that drive, that long drive we had. So that's what we're starting to become now, and it's a good feeling.
You mentioned I was going to ask about Josh, just
Yeah.
able to step up like that, a guy that you obviously got a lot of familiarity with.
Yeah, I got a lot of trust with him. And has done a hell of a job getting himself ready. And those two plays at the end of the game are as big as they come. And it was good.
The trust that Campbell shows in you guys when he goes for 4th and 2 or fakes a punt from
Yeah.
their own 17. How does that resonate with you guys?
Yeah, we love it. I don't think we even flinched. I know we didn't convert on the 4th and 2 or whatever it was, but we didn't even flinch to walk off the field. We knew we were going for it, and it seeps into us and our confidence on the field. And yeah, I mean the backed up fake punt's pretty ballsy, but it worked.
Can you speak to the versatility of Jahmyr Gibbs a little bit, actually getting the chance to see him in a
Yeah.
regular season setting? I mean, how versatile is this guy?
Yeah, he's extremely explosive. I think there was a couple of those runs he had where, one more little pull out of a leg tackle, he's gone. And then in the pass game, he can kind of do it all as well. So he gives us an element that not many teams have, and we're lucky to have him.
You speak of the confidence level you have in this defense now. I mean,
Yeah.
We talked about this green club sticky, and it's much harder to move fast and everything else, but when you have that confidence in the defense, maybe you not have to force something, you don't have to do this, you just have faith that those guys will have your back too.
Absolutely. I think, you have more than confidence in them. You are expecting things to happen like that now. They've got some good players over there, and have done a great job through training camp challenging us and getting themselves ready to go. And a guy like Brian Branch steps up and makes that play. He's a playmaker, puts us right back in the game. We were down 7-14, kind of couldn't do anything on offense. They score there, the game could get busted open and put us right back in it. Some of those third down stops, I think Saul just told me that they were 0 for on third down in the second half, which is pretty impressive, man. It's being your best when we need it, and those guys were.
All good, guys.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.